Y'all ready to go skunk ape hunting?
And my name's Dave Shealy. I'm a skunk ape researcher. That's what I do. The skunk apes I've seen are approximately 6 feet to 7 feet tall, and I've seen 3 covered with hair. I find tracks on a fairly regular basis. Very much like the Bigfoot, except they have 4 toes. Most Bigfoot tracks have 5 toes. Bigfoot organizations were calling me a hoax, embarrassment to their field of research.
David Shealy, he's come across it a couple times, I think.
Anthropologists refuse to even comment on anything.
I was talking with old Dave Shealy.
But the evidence that I've brought forth so far has really turned people around.
David Shealy, he'll tell you all about skunk ape.
I've made a lot of non-believers believers.
You get back out and like I said, I've seen it. There's stuff that you've never seen.
He had convinced this gentleman over here that there was a real thing as a skunk ape.
I was coming out to my tree stand, and that's when I noticed something walking from this hammock over here, walking down that tree line. And it took it quite a while. It was about 7-8 minutes. Kind of went in behind the trees there, and then it came out over there and started across this field. And when it got about where that palm tree is right there, that's when it started running. And it was about 1.5 feet of water there, and the thing was running as fast as a deer. That would be an impossibility for somebody with a suit or something like that to do that. And not only that, there's nobody out here. Nobody would do that. I carry a gun sometimes. Not that I would shoot a skunk ape, but somebody was out here trying to jerk my chain, I just might shoot them. This is important to remember about skunk apes, is a skunk ape, in my opinion, relies totally on instinct. They have instinctual behavior. If it's hot, they don't touch it. You know, it's just instinct. They're an animal. I haven't found any human characteristics whatsoever other than the appearance, which is somewhat human-like.
There's a lot of area, a lot of wild lands out there that, you know, anything's possible.
I would say they've evolved a little bit more, not so much more intelligent.
I've seen some giant gators, you know, that doesn't mean that other things can't get giant too.
It's just an animal. I just have to keep telling myself that, because when I set out and look, I don't think, well, I'm going looking for a particular person. I always do it on the basis of an animal. That's what I do. Big areas have been fenced off from the public, huge areas. They give all kinds of reasons for it. You're not supposed to climb over a 12-foot fence to get into a restricted area. Why is there barbed wire on top of the fencing that's designed to keep people out? That's what the fences are for. That's a bunch of government hype for security, to keep people out or something in. See what I'm saying?
Because what they're doing now is just ridiculous. I've seen it. I'm 66 years old. I was born here, and I've hunted and fished in the Everglades all my life. And I can tell you what the government's doing to the Everglades is criminal.
Right when I was having my sightings, I took the pictures. I heard helicopters about 9 o'clock at night. An hour later, it was still there. It went down a couple times, 4 hours. I found the park ranger's ball cap, like a little, says National Park Service on it.
I don't speak for the park, sir.
Something fishy is definitely going on here. They're hiding something.
Let me call up the chief of interpretation. He will help you.
It don't make sense. Stories of the skunk ape go back to the Seminole Indians, even before them, the Calusas. My father was also a skunk ape researcher. He was one of the first. They've been around here a long time, as long as man. There's a lot of people that just have a hard time with the skunk ape. I've got new stuff, fresh stuff. I've got digital footage If I thought that I could house one properly, it might be a consideration. When they start talking about killing skunk apes, you know, that's, to me, that's kind of crossing the line. But unfortunately for me, if that ever happens, I'll never see the animal. It'll be whisked away to some government facility. It won't be something I have on display, I can assure you of that.